Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Bella Cakes, where today we're going to be making sweet and sour chicken. As you can see in this part of the video, I've gathered all the ingredients that I'm going to be requiring to be making this lovely recipe. I've gathered all my spices together and all my condiments to make this a crowd pleaser. Now in this part of the video I showed the hoisin sauce, which I actually ended up not using because it was not exactly going with what I was intending for the taste to be like, so I completely scratched that one out. Next up, I bought my chicken breasts with skin on, so I had to make sure that all the skin was off before continuing on with my recipe. Next up, I cut the chicken into very nice sizable cubes just to make sure that the chicken is going to cook through well. Next up was the egg mixture, where I think in total I used about 6 eggs for 1.5 kilos of chicken. I added a bit of salt. Then I added the full cream milk. And then I gave the eggs a nice whisk. Now my fork fell into the egg mixture, but that's okay, that's just part of life. Next up, I'm going to add the black pepper ground to the egg mixture. I'm going to make sure that I plug through my deep fryer so that the oil is going to heat up while I continue with the rest of the recipe. So for this recipe, I used about 2 liters of the cooking oil. And I let that sit through and heat up as I continued on with the recipe. Now for my flour mixture, I added plain flour. Some might decide to sieve the flour first, but I just put it straight into the bowl. To the flour, I added a little bit of the curry powder. Followed by the black pepper ground. And then I added my all-time favorite, the sweet paprika. Followed through by the pepper cracked. Now for those who stay in Australia, some of the spices are found in Tasman meats. So go there and you'll find some of the spices that I'm actually showcasing. Next up, I added a little bit of salt. And then I'm just going to make sure that the mixture is well stirred through. Next up, I'm going to be making my sauce for the chicken. So I start off with my plum sauce, which I used about 2 bottles of the sauce. I then added the sweet and sour sauce, and I think I used about 3 to 4 bottles of the sweet and sour sauce. I'll link all their grams in the description box. Now I just made sure that I give those two sauces a good stir. As you can see in the video, the two sauces look very rich, and trust me, the smell is amazing as well. I then added the pepper cracked to the mixture. And by this time, I couldn't wait just to have the whole dish completely done. Now, as you can see, the sauce is bubbling through, simmering, and that's exactly what we want. And then we switch it off. Now, going to our chicken. I'm going to switch on the deep fryer. In the meantime, as it's heating up, I'm going to add the chicken to the egg mixture, making sure that the chicken is totally immersed into the egg mixture. I'm going to transfer that same chicken into the flour mixture. And then I'm going to make sure that all the chicken is well coated with the flour mixture. I've changed my hands only because my other hand was cleaner and it didn't have the eggs to it, so no sticking of that crumbs to my fingers. Next up, I'm just transferring the meat into a bowl, ready to be immersed straight into the deep fryer. Now mind you, by the time I'd already started cooking the chicken, I realized that I had left out the little tray that you put in your meat in for the deep fryer. However, this was a win situation for me, mainly because I actually had to cook more chicken without the little tray. It was a win situation. Now, because the chicken was well cooked and the oil was well heated up, this was just one of the most satisfying sights to see. As you can see in the video, the chicken is now well cooked. A little bit more golden brown will be beautiful. Now that it's done, I will be transferring the chicken into a bowl, making sure all the oil has dripped through. After that, I'm gonna put back up my sauce. Make sure that the heat is on a medium heat, stirring through. And I'm gonna be slowly adding on the chicken to the sauce, making sure that the chicken is covered as I put bits and pieces together. Now this chicken was already tasting very amazing without the sauce, so I can only imagine with the sauce together how beautiful that's gonna taste. Now the next thing you want to do is to incorporate that chicken into the sauce. And look at just how rich the sauce looks. Now this is what the chicken looks like when it's well immersed in that sauce. So I'm just going to leave it to simmer through. After a few minutes, the chicken is looking very much amazing. The smell to this chicken was just so lovely. I couldn't wait to dig in. Next up, I'm gonna be showing you how to just dish up this lovely chicken with your rice. Mind you, this was not all the rice that I was gonna have. It was just for me to show the contrast of colors. And there you have it, your sweet and sour chicken. And just add the sesame seeds on top as a lovely garnish and serve it to the crowd. And trust me, this would definitely be a crowd pleaser. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.